Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at the FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Googl. So let's get right into Facebook. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly timeframes, and we use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So intraday, we're going to look at this real quick. I mean, this thing was coming in, going down. We ended up shorting it here, covered it here. We added again, came back in, added some more up at the top, and now we're it's down 20 cents after hours. No big deal. We did hold it. We are holding overnight, and we're just looking for a day trade or a couple day trade, and we'll take the money. If it comes back into the 82 or back into the 50 area, we'll cover it again, and that will be it. We'll be done. But let's get into the daily chart as a swing trade. Popped up on here. I want to see a close above the 126.82 level before we continue up. Then ultimately at the 128.33. I want more volume in this stock to move up. I want conviction. But Friday is the jobs report, so anything can happen. If the whole markets get a bid, this will go up with it. If the whole markets dump, this will go down with it as well. But right now we're back into the 618. Retrace on a shorter pivot here. Until we get above this area, I'll wait for consolidation, see if this moves up in the price. If it goes up, great. If not, if it breaks down, if you're looking for it to be a bearish call, we're looking to get below the 20 MA here, and then ultimately come, I would say hit this pivot 122.07, and then we'll be heading down to the 120 area around the 50 MA. But again, we'll reevaluate this come Fridays. We'll see what action we get because it's a big time wild card. Weekly chart, same thing. We pushed up, we came back in, we're chopping around. So it's a macro bull, micro bear, because I would like to see this come down, consolidation to be bullish. This is kind of in the middle of the range, kind of just chopping around. We did get above this pivot 120 today, and we closed. But ultimately, this is what I was playing on the intraday action. I was playing this inside bar, comes up, you have to short it, and then you have this big inside bar as well. If this comes back in, and then we have the nice retrace up into this area, you got to short it. We have another inside bar, and honestly, it closed right on the top there, 126.12. I think it closed above it by a penny. I don't have the exact high of this chart, but I think it's 126.11, and we closed at 126.12. So that's what you would play as a stop out. But ultimately, if it gets above the 126.25 area, we'll probably just stop out and say, hey, we gave it a shot. We'll wait for this inside bar to do it again. Weekly chart, same thing. Monthly chart, we still extended. We touched the 20 MA down here in the August sell-off when we were 1,000 points down, but still getting stretched up here. I would expect this thing to come back in, and that's $100 right here. That's what I'm looking for. Markets start coming in. We'll see if we close below this, because again, monthly chart, we didn't close above the high. Still not very strong. I want to see like this. See how we closed above that high? I would have loved to have seen this, then we could continue up. But until then, or some news, I still think the markets are coming in. Amazon, they've been getting news, so they've been just up and down and all around. We did close above, let's see, we did close above the high on the monthly chart, so this is slightly bullish. I want to see some follow through. The volume is disappearing on the monthly, and that's not good. I want to see conviction. I want to see this thing pushing. If you were that strong, Amazon, come on now. Show me what you got. Let's go to the daily. Daily, still hovering over the 20 MA, just like the SPY, just capturing it. Actually, we have a slightly inside bar, bearish or bullish pattern. If we get below the 20, we're definitely coming back into the lows down here at 750 or so. Going to kiss the 50 MA, and then I think we're heading down. Ultimately, I think this could get down to 656 in this area. But that's if everything starts breaking down, we get some news, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, daily chart, we haven't been at the 200 MA in a while. It loves to come back home. Weekly, same thing, just chopping around above the MAs, a little bit stretched. We do have a little bit of doji, but this will close on Friday, so we'll have to wait for the close, then we'll reevaluate this one. But I'm looking for a close above the 1 or the 774.98 area. Until then, I want to see some conviction. Volume again, just drying up. We go back, okay. So that's Amazon, still bullish, it's in a stance, but this is stretched on the monthly. Needs to come back in. It's the only reason I don't like this chart as a bull. A lot of these stretch plays are coming home to this 20 MA, and ultimately they could come back down in here, but that's if this whole market dumps. If this whole market dumps and it get back to the 400 area, you buy right here with both hands. Load the house. That's Amazon. Let's get into Nflx. This one we scalped today, made a little bit of money. Weekly chart, again, trying to get above this inside bar, just can't do it. Daily, let's see. Did they do it? Gosh, still can't get above the inside bar. Until then, I'm still bearish on this. We are above this pivot. We have a ton of resistance in here. We have a gap fill. We have the high pivot. So if you're bullish, if this thing gets up into this area around 100, you need to take profit. Or you're looking at confirmation over the 200 moving average, and possibly the 20 or the 104 area in here. If we don't get above that and this thing starts to fail, as a bear, you're looking to get below these MAs, and then I think we're on the gap window right around 90 bucks. We'll fill the gap around 87.68, then ultimately double bottom 84.44. That's if the SPY starts cracking, the IWM, the Qs, and everything starts giving it up, and everything starts coming in. But overall, kind of neutral, but this is the one pattern that scares me. This is the monthly. Inside bar, bearish pattern, consolidating for 7 months. It did stay above the 20. As long as it stays above the 20 on the monthly close, it's doing okay, just okay. Still needs to get above the $100 level. Then I'll still be bearish on it, but at least it'll have a chance to make a run maybe for 105, maybe 110. But until then, this is what you're watching for. This pattern breaks down, Nflx is going to be a $60 stock. It'll stop at 70 first and see where it happens there. But definitely wherever this 50 MA is, that will be your target point. All right, let's look at Googl. And let's go to the daily first. Daily, gosh, you know what? Had to try to break out, came right into this double top, pulling back below the 20 MA, setting up to go down. If it breaks this 285.18 area, we are going to go down and fill this gap at 765. If it fills that gap, we're definitely going to hit the 50 MA. We'll see how this reacts on the daily. I'm expecting down, sideways, and then the next leg down into the 200. And then possibly the 618 down here around 726, and ultimately 682. Again, if the SPY and everything starts breaking down, I'm looking down in this area. But one step at a time. Let's see how this reacts, see if this pattern plays out. And again, Friday is a wild card with the jobs report. I'm thinking either way the markets could possibly move up, but this could be a surprise, dump in your face, and everyone goes, whoa, what the hell is going on here? Weekly chart. Inside bar, again, we need to close below 785.19 on a weekly basis in order for this thing to continue down. Then we have support around 778, 775, and then ultimately you've got these moving averages around 750. That's your target price for this one. If that cracks, then we're definitely going to 726, then the 700 area, and then possibly lower. That's the weekly. If you want to go higher, it needs to recapture the 813.87 area with confirmation. And again, I want to see more volume. If there's no volume in these markets, these aren't pushing higher. They're going to chop around, and eventually they're going to take the path of least resistance, which is down. Monthly, stretched, and we have a slight topping tail. Not the best, not the worst. I'd like to have a longer tail on it, but I'll take it. Now what we're looking for on a monthly basis, if this thing engulfs this big green candle on a monthly basis and closes down here, we're going lower indefinitely. We might get one retrace back up and short with both hands because we are definitely going lower. Target for this, ultimately if the markets break down, 550, right in this area, 569, 550. That's if we got to wait for the monthly chart. But again, markets are moving up on no volume. If you get more sellers in the SPY and the IWM and everyone starts running for the exits, it's going to get ugly quick. The grandma will not be able to hold this thing up when there's volume in here. We start getting 150 mil on the SPY, 200 million. There's just some institutional participation sending these markets down. Right here on the SPY, it's just chopping up and down, and they're classic distribution. They're slowly unloading positions that are long, taking the profit, and possibly putting on short positions. Right now, the big money banks are net short all the indexes, period. And they're heavy short the Dow and the Qs, big time, or the NASDAQ, I should say. It's just a matter of time. Anyways, that's the FANG. Thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully I'm helping some of you guys out there. Been making pretty good calls lately if you go back to the videos. They're not always that good, but a lot of them are. All I use is technical analysis. I learned how to read the charts. I've been doing this stuff for about 8 years now, and everything's been great. So again, thanks everybody for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.